The basic training principles are applied by using the FITT guidelines: frequency, intensity, time, and type. The frequency of a physical activity is how often a person performs the physical activity, measured in days per week. Guidelines for how many times per week to do the physical activity vary depending on the type of physical activity. Flexibility training can be performed every day. Cardiorespiratory training can be performed on almost every day, depending on the intensity of training and the individual's current level of fitness. And muscular strength and endurance training should be limited to 3 non-consecutive days per week, unless muscle groups are alternated, in which case it's most common for 2 consecutive days of exercise followed by a day of rest. The intensity of the exercise is how hard a person exercises, typically measured in heart rate for cardiorespiratory endurance and percentage of 1 rep max for muscular fitness. The intensity of the exercise depends on the individual's developmental readiness, personal goals, and current levels of physical activity and health-related fitness. Lower intensity is more enjoyable for students with lower levels of physical activity and health-related fitness, at least to begin a training program. Additionally, higher intensity training is more appropriate for middle and high school students, whereas play-based physical activity is most appropriate for elementary students, who benefit most from intermittent physical activity due to physiological limitations and cognitive characteristics. Next, time or duration is how long the physical activity is performed. Time is inversely related to intensity. Longer durations of physical activity require lower intensities to maintain optimal performance, whereas shorter durations of exercise allow high intensity bouts. Finally, type is the mode of activity a person chooses to perform for each component of health-related fitness. For example, muscular fitness can be improved by lifting dumbbell weights, cable weights or resistance bands, pulling or pushing a sled or carrying moderate weights for a relatively long distance, or by engaging in powerful, high-intensity physical activities such as competitive sports, plyometrics, or Olympic weightlift.